I'm pretty sure this is going to work this time. Can we get a thumbs up from the chat room? See if everybody can see it. Or hear it. Can I hear it?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's working. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Ready?
Yep.
Alright. Unprofessional. Very unprofessional.
Fully.
Alright. Coming up on ECG, we made it. Episode 100.
Apparently, barely. Netflix announcements.
Nintendo fixed the Splatoon girl for good.
Resident Evil reboot.
All this and more coming up on the East Coast Geek podcast. Welcome to episode 100 of the East Coast Geek podcast for Saturday, June 3rd, 2017, where we bring you the latest news on comics, movies, and gaming. I'm your host, Jeremy, and with me, as always, is Opu. How you doing?
Better than you are, apparently. You were pressing all sorts of buttons and dials over there.
Well, the buzzing was my microphone. I had to disconnect and reconnect it because it had some static in the line, I guess. I had to let it all out. Well, it's here. It's episode number 100. It's an impressive number, right?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
We've made it this far.
Like I said, we limped and struggled there, especially right at the intro, but we made it.
Yeah, it's killing me. Yeah, there was some kind of weird stuff that was going on with the computer and something I did yesterday while I was trying to do some other recording and testing with the board, trying to get that buzzing sound to go away. And I don't know what it is. And I'm going to have to work on that, but hopefully a piece I got coming tomorrow should help.
Pizza.
What I wanted to do is just take a minute, because I got this really long thing written, and I'll probably just ad-lib it anyways. The show, we've been... I don't know why it's doing it, guys.
The first 99 episodes were flawless.
They really were. And then I went to go fix things, and I made it worse, and I don't know why.
And at least it's on him and not me, cause...
Right?
Right.
Alright, well, I'll have to take the buzz out and post. It'll go away during that. Yeah, no, probably electrical engineering error in the house. But anyways, we started the show back in December of 2014 with our pilot episode. And, it's been a long, rocky road, obviously, to 100, but we're finally getting the hang of it, I think. I'd been working on this show idea for 2 years before that, and always wanted to get started on it, get it going, and, let me tell you, it seems to be about the average planning time for those type of things. I've had 2 or 3 shows sitting in percolation that we've been talking about on and off again, trying to get things started, but trying to make sure we've got everything ironed out on the one, and then try and move forward with the others. I had that other show with Scott that did well, but the game didn't, so, we dumped it. We'll end up doing something else together here soon. But anyway, so I had the idea, but I needed a co-host to go with, and I had a plan for the show, comics, movies, and games, and, well, I got the movies and games covered, but I didn't really read much comics when I was growing up, so what I know is... what Mitch always likes to point out. I know nothing except for the movies. And that's when I thought about Mitch, because not only did he know about comics, but he could draw. And I needed this neat logo, which his wife did anyway, so...
The one time we could get her to do something.
Right. And, the original logo is still up on the site, too, for everybody to go look at, or at least on the Facebook page. I don't think I have it on the website at all anymore. But anyway, so thanks to Aaron for sure for the logo and letting Mitch take part in this show, and thank you, Mitch, for being here doing this thing with me.
Well, I don't have anything else to do.
Well, that's fine. At least I can fill some of the void in your life. I'd also be remiss if I didn't thank my own wife, Kay, who's kind of pushed me over the edge on the idea and got me started, made sure I got everything purchased that I needed to start the show. Started with a small little mic that I had gotten before, and now I have this big Razer monster, and it's great. And luckily we got 2 of those out of Amazon. Thanks, Amazon. I paid half price for both, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so this stuff it's not cheap. So we put a lot out try to get this thing going, and definitely got to thank her for all of her support and help on it. A little searching around freemusicarchive.com got us our theme song, and well, it's time for a change, so we need to work on that for sure. I know we've been talking about it for a while, but it's kind of hard to go through hundreds and thousands of songs to try and find the right one that fits the mood. You can get those dull, drab ones, and they just won't go with the show. You got to find something that really captures the essence of the show. And I'm not saying this one does, but it worked for the time being. So I don't know how Mitch was on that first night, but man, I was pretty nervous. I've always had problems with public speaking in high school and college and all that, and I had a lot of things happen in my life that kind of changed the way I have my attitude as far as how I carry myself publicly. It was just kind of nerve-wracking getting into that. But after a few episodes, I think we leveled out on that too. Well, at least I did. I mean, Mitch, you don't care, so you're just whatever.
I don't.
So we're here at number 100, and I really can't wait to get to 200 and start 2 more shows. I mean, let's get real. We've got a couple of things in the pipe, and we really want to get them off the ground, but it's just a matter of getting things like artwork and the ideas put together, which, like I said, we've got one that's pretty much cooked, so it's just waiting for, it's actually technically waiting for artwork. We could probably just go and just put a logo up there for now, like we did when we did the first one, because the first logo was that cartridge that we did with paint or whatever. Boy, those were silly times. We put a lot of time in the here we go. We're appreciative that you listened to all the ramblings for the 100 hours or so that we've put out so far. It's actually a little bit more than that, as Perry pointed out. This isn't our 100th episode. Not technically, but by the numbers it is. I mean, there was that whole E3 double episode we did the first year. That was pretty fun. But we put a lot of time into the pre-production, recording, and then post-production of the show. And we're just happy that you guys have come around and listened. One of these days, maybe we can turn this show into a spectacle funded and driven by you who listen to us. And we hope you continue to listen to our gripes, moans, and complaints about how the DCEU sucks, and how otherwise unintelligible and emotional ramblings about all the comics, movies, and games that we can think of. Thanks again, and here's to another 100 episodes. Do you have anything to say?
I'll drink to that. I've been drinking this entire time.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Thirsty. Yeah, it was a pretty long one, trust me. Anyways, so let's go ahead and let's get on with the fun. Did you got anything going on? Anything exciting?
Well, apparently a baby's going insane behind us over here.
Hey, babies are cute.
I mean, you said it and everything. So thanks everybody for putting up with us, and for everybody behind the scenes putting up with us. As for the stuff that I've done, I've got a couple of Kickstarters in this week. That I didn't even know had shipped yet. So I can't play that one yet because you need like 15 people to play it. But the other one is miniatures and stuff. So tomorrow, or I don't know when, I'm going to try to do like a live episode like this and open the boxes if anybody wants to join in.
Oh, that'd be neat. Nice little live unboxing kind of thing.
Yeah.
Are they?
I don't want to sit there and edit the video like I do with the others.
Yeah. I can walk you through getting this thing set up too if you want to use this. But anyways, that's awesome. So is just a couple of different Kickstarter things come through or what?
Well, I'll go ahead and show you real quick. One is One Night Ultimate Alien. It's by the same guys that did One Night Ultimate Werewolf. Yeah. So I got that one in. And then the other one is the third version of the Reaper's Bone. Reaper Bone's Kickstarter.
You know, I have to... the third one? That was that was almost a year ago, wasn't it?
That was 2.
Holy crap, has it been that long?
Yeah.
I know when we got into painting a bunch of them, and I really love the Reaper bones compared to like the old pewter ones and stuff like that. The Reaper bones are great to work with. I got a couple of great ones. We did a dragon, red and yellow bellied dragon with Kay took and put a little bit of like sparkle finish to it, and then clear coated it, and it looks amazing for just a little plastic figure, you know.
I am an adorable baby. I'm a sexy little baby, y'all.
Yeah.
But yeah, so real quick, so I got that little box. I got this. Oh, 1 second.
Oh, he's got a reach. Look at that pro gamer chair.
And then I got this whole box to go through.
Oh my gosh.
So that's why I was thinking, like, just do a live episode, so as opposed to me recording all of it and then slapping it on.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure people will tune in. You'll just have to make an announcement on the page and all that good stuff, and we'll make sure it's going. You know, we know what's going on. So awesome. Anything else?
No, that's what else have I done? I've been watching Sherlock Hound. Remember that?
Sherlock Hound?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Oh,
I don't remember that.
I got on a big Sherlock Holmes kick, so I bought Sherlock Hound, which is like it's Sherlock Holmes but with dogs.
Well, obviously, yeah.
Yeah. Hence the name.
The Hound, yeah.
But
got it.
the animation still holds up really well. I mean, the guy behind Studio Ghibli was one of the original animators of it.
I got you.
It's an old like 80s or 70s animation, but it still holds up pretty well.
Oh, okay, awesome. All right, yeah. I guess all I've been doing is playing Oxygen Not Included, and I actually streamed a little this morning of that, and then the freaking Battlegrounds game again because I can't get enough of it. And I know you tuned in last night. We had some energetic antics going on, running around house to house shooting up people. So it was good times. I still really like the game. It's takes me back. So, but lots of fun. I just can't wait till they keep adding more stuff to it. I mean, they just added the little VSS like subsonic sniper rifle. Kind of neat. Shoots like 9mm rounds or something like that. I don't know if that's the true ammunition type is for it, but it's
for that game though. So.
Yeah, it is for that game. I mean, they simplified some of the stuff for the ammo, like the M16 and the Scar use the same ammo, but in real life they're a different dimensional round. But it makes it easier just to do that, but still have the same type of thing or different types of weapons with the same type of ammo. So, but other than that, yeah, that's been it. I meant to check on it before we started, but Wonder Woman started yesterday. Well, technically Thursday night.
Yeah. I saw somewhere some report said that it got 38 million opening night, so not too shabby.
38 million.
Again, I don't know. That was hours and hours and hours ago, so maybe the real numbers came out.
As of June 2nd, 38 million for domestic and 47 million foreign. So they're sitting at 85.9 million. They're not doing bad, and I hear the reviews are really good. I've even heard it said that it is the best Marvel movie DC has ever made. So I'm kind of curious as to what that entails. It looked really good, and I was actually really excited about it. I like her theme; it's really energetic. I think it conveys the character really well. But yeah, it looks like it's gonna be good. I don't know when I'll get to see it, but I finally saw Logan the other day. I want to say, and it's going to be a very unpopular.
I've got it sitting on my desk to watch.
Go ahead. This is going to be a very unpopular comment, and it may just be because I was having a bad night or something, but it didn't grab me as much as I thought it would. The action was really good, but I think I dozed during it. But I think that's part of my sleep problem too. So
yeah,
but
maybe give it a second chance.
I probably will, but it's just, or I will definitely, because like I said, I did like the action. I thought it was a really good movie, but not as good as I thought it was going to be. So I'll give it a second chance. We'll see what it does. And
Well,
we'll go
I'm
from
going
there.
to watch it hopefully tonight if some baby, yeah, I'm looking at you, some baby can pass out soon enough.
Yeah, there you go.
I did watch the 36th Chamber of Shaolin the other day, if you've never seen that.
Mm-mm. No, I've never seen
It's
that.
an old film. I actually caught part of it when I was in Afghanistan, and it was really good. And then I decided I found it on like Amazon for like $5. I was like, yeah, I'll pick that up. And yeah, it's considered one of the best martial arts films to be ever made. And yeah, I think it holds up to that title. It's very neat and very creative.
As far as stuff I've been watching, I actually caught up because I had missed most of the second season, but I'm all the way caught up to waiting for the last episode tomorrow night on HBO, The Leftovers. That show's really good. It's really weird. It's even got a Doctor Who in there. The one that everybody doesn't like, I think, Eccleston.
Oh, the night. I don't know.
People. There's some people that badmouth him.
Well, people take their Doctor Who very, very seriously.
Oh, okay.
I thought he did pretty well. He just didn't get enough on-screen time.
Oh,
he only
okay,
did one
okay.
season, and
Oh, all right.
but I enjoyed him. I thought he was pretty good.
All right.
So what's the Leftovers about? I don't think I've heard of that.
Okay, so a rapture-like event happens, and 2% of the world's population just disappear off the face of the earth. I say rapture-like because, according to the beliefs, the rapture happens to, the purest of souls that believe in God and all that. The problem is that not everybody that disappeared was that ideal type. People that were very immoral disappeared as well. And Christopher Eccleston's part in the first season, he's one of those. He's a preacher. He's a preacher, and he goes around revealing the immorality of the people that disappeared to prove that it's not the rapture, and that there's something else going on. After the last episode last week, it's hit weirder than weird, and I have no idea whether or not I'm actually going to find out what happened in the next episode. They have one episode left on Sunday night, and if they don't explain exactly what happened, I'm going to be pretty upset, and probably a lot of other people are too. But at the same time, it is still a really, really good show.
So, real quick though, so that's 140 million people if they're going by 7 billion.
Yeah.
So,
that's it. It's a very low number.
Yeah.
It is a very low number, and like I said, it's not all moral people, so but anyways, yeah, it's really good. Definitely highly recommend the show, and it's only going to be 3 seasons. That's kind of a good thing. It's kind of like with Gravity Falls, at least you knew they were going to end it where they wanted to end it.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like this is going to be, and even if they don't answer it, I still say it's still a great show. So, and a few names here and there. Scott Glenn, who played Stick in Daredevil, as well
he's
as other
in it?
roles. Yeah, he's in it. One other big person. Freaking Liv Tyler's in it for all 3 seasons. It was kind of an oddball role, but good part for her. And there was one other. Oh, Regina King's in the second and part of the 3rd season. So, but anyways, why don't we move into the news since we've gone on.
Now, real quick, I will say something. I have one little thing,
you got one last
comic-wise,
thing. Okay.
not directly comic-related, and I know I just thought of it, so I know you don't have anything for it. But they are making a new Spider-Man cartoon. I think we may have discussed this before. They've released the first teaser for it, and it is not good. The animation's choppy. There's no shading on the characters. It's just not, and I don't think the jokes are really there.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. Maybe they just wanted to release some early beta footage or whatever, but it really needs to be polished. So for somehow Marvel, since being bought by Disney, all of their animation's gone downhill.
Oh no.
Avengers Assemble sucks. Ultimate Spider-Man sucks, and now this sucks. And they know how to do good shows, or at least they know how to get other people to do them. Because Earth's Mightiest Heroes was amazing. Spectacular Spider-Man was pretty good. People keep praising the 90s Spider-Man.
Right.
But they don't seem to remember it like I remember. I remember cheap animation. I remember the heavy censorship in action. The only thing that I could praise in it is that the writing was fairly witty. But they couldn't even say stuff like, they couldn't even say die or disappeared or destroyed on people. It would be like, I thought you were, I was, but now you're going to be. You're going to be what?
No, they're just inferring.
The cartoon was good. It had the animation, it had the series storylines, it had everything. People need to praise the X-Men, not the Spider-Man one. The Spider-Man one was bad.
Right. All right. While we're talking about things that aren't in the notes, here, let's just do this. How about this? All right. I figured it'd be just easier to do that. We don't have it in the notes, but they also Netflix put out the first trailer for Castlevania. And,
it was more of it was another like really
teaser.
Teaser. It was
teaser.
Barely 1 minute, I think.
Okay.
And shorter if you don't count the whole NES thing.
Yeah.
They had. Did you watch it though? Right?
Yeah, I did. I did watch it. I did.
So it's animated, and it looks amazing.
Yeah,
and the voice acting sounds great.
It looks great. I can't wait. This summer or this fall? I can't remember.
I think it's this fall. I think it's August or October. I think it's pretty soon.
Greg.
It's already June.
Greg causing trouble in that freaking chat room. The X-Men cartoon was amazing.
Was awful.
I think you're misremembering.
Everybody, okay.
Hey, you got to remember he's a little older, so maybe maybe it didn't hit his generation very well.
I mean, yeah, with the quality Super Friends that you had, nobody can live up to that. Okay, that's on a.
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice,
nobody will be able to aspire to.
God, I wish I had that clip. I need to find a clown or a sound clip of that. The Meanwhile at the Hall of Justice.
Meanwhile at the Hall of Justice.
Yeah, well, there's nothing like Ted Baxter doing that.
Yeah, no,
so,
I definitely do not equal that. So what? Real quick, another thing that we didn't put in the notes. I'm sorry, I just watched it this morning.
Hey, listen. We're gonna be upfront with you. This is episode number 100. We're just flying from the seat of our pants. We didn't do any notes this week. There's not even pictures.
Anything.
No.
You'd think at this level we'd have some kind of professionalism, but. All
right. So the last thing that wasn't in the notes. What was it?
Murder on the Orient Express. Did you see the trailer? I don't think I shared it this morning. Anyway, so I watched the trailer this morning. I was like, they're remaking that? I was like, if memory serves me, the original was really good. And of course, then again, it's Agatha Christie's writing, and she's one of the greatest writers ever.
Right.
Especially with whodunits. I mean, she almost redefined the whodunits, I guess, in a way.
Hey, Casey Kasem also did the voice of who was it? Shaggy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Listen.
Fun fact: in What's New Scooby Doo, he only came back to do Shaggy's voice if they would make him vegan or vegetarian, and they did.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, it just
everything
shows you
goes,
what Star Power does.
Pants go, everything.
Yeah, oh God. Pants goes. You need to see that Lego Batman movie. All right.
I pre-ordered it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, you'll enjoy it. You'll like it. All right. Yeah. So, anyways, so what were we talking about?
We're talking about Murder on the Orient.
Murder on the Orient.
So they remade it. I didn't know they were remaking it, and it looks really good. Yeah, them cutting to Imagine Dragons Believer when it's supposed to be set in 1840 or something. When does that make? When is that supposed to take place? Murder on the Express.
Well, I mean, I could have looked it up. It's a Hercule Poirot story, right?
Yeah, it's a Hercule Poirot story. I'm glad they kept him.
Oh, are you serious? He's coming back? Oh, no, it's not. Nope.
What?
That's not the same guy. Kenneth Branagh's playing Hercule Poirot. I'm used to the one guy that used to play him. That was actually in David Suchet. I could pull a picture of him really quick, but you should remember him. He's a British actor. But he's played, because he looks Middle Eastern. He's played a Middle Eastern part before.
Mm-hmm.
I will. I'll save this really quick and see if I can bring it up on the screen. Of course, you don't want to save it.
Oh, I've got it. David Suchet. He had a bald.
Yeah,
bald, and he
he's balding.
Twisted mustache.
That's Hercule Poirot to me.
I don't know, man. This guy looks pretty good.
Kenneth Branagh. Yeah. Well, I mean, he's your what? Defense Against the Dark Arts instructor, right? Wasn't that who he was in Harry Potter? Wasn't he in Harry Potter?
I didn't watch Harry Potter. I don't like.
You didn't watch Harry Potter? What? I'm sure somebody in the chat room will correct me, but
I know. I remember the Battle of the Planets guy, Greg. By the way, yeah.
Yeah. See. Yeah, Kenneth Branagh. He was freaking Chamber of Secrets. He was the big to-do wizard from the the famous side of the street. But anyways, Gilderoy Lockhart. There we go. In the Chamber of Secrets. Yeah, I guess. I mean, we'll see. I'll have to watch the trailer. I haven't seen the trailer for this.
No, I will. Like I said, I will admit that the song they used Imagine Dragons' "Believer" at the end. I don't think it really fit with the theme, or not the. It was too contemporary.
Okay,
so the exact.
So I have
something like with Sherlock. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was gonna say I want to interrupt you, because when they do that, it kind of worries me, because they did that with The Great Gatsby, and that movie I heard was terrible except for the acting. Like the soundtrack did not match, and I mean the Great Gatsby's the big party back in the roaring, what was it, 20s, right?
Yeah.
And it was just when I think of The Great Gatsby, I always think of Robert Redford when he did the movie. That's what it is to me. The whole jazz thing and everything, not this rap thing that they made it.
Well, okay. Well, here's the thing. They've got it in the right setting for Orient Express. They've got William Dafoe. They've got the guy playing Hercule. They've got Johnny Depp in there. They've got Josh Gad. They've got like a bunch of really good actors in there. So I'm not worried about the acting being bad. I'm not worried about the plot, because again, it's Orient Express.
Yeah.
The soundtrack could definitely hurt it, but I don't think it could destroy the film overall. I don't know. I mean, why would they remake The Great Gatsby to begin with? Okay.
Yeah. But it was to take a piece of work and make it their own, and I mean that's going to be the argument for it, but I still don't agree with it.
The thing is, unless it's one of those kind of tongue-in-cheek stories set in the olden days, is for lack of a better term, the Roaring '20s, the Victorian era, the horse carriages era, the Wild West. Unless it's supposed to be some kind of unique, weird twist on it, like the Weird West, or
right.
More comedic, then I understand you would want to use more modern music, but try to stick with something that fits the setting.
Right.
The Sherlock Holmes stuff used a bunch of old Irish songs. Of course, they were redone, but they were still the same type of music.
Right.
So it kind of got a pass from it again, and most Sherlock Holmes stuff I'm going to grade on a curve anyway, so I might not be the most unbiased person for those.
You got your Mary Sue's in here, Daisy Ridley. Maybe she'll whip out a lightsaber, use her force powers.
Now, if she winds up Hercule in this movie,
no, you're not going to one up Kenneth Branagh. So, all right. Is that it on that?
Yeah, that was just a real quick note, but yes, I've already watched the trailer like 2 or 3 times this morning.
Don't worry.
It just looks so good. Like, my favorite moment, and I think everybody said it, is when they're doing like a pan where Hercules, you don't see him yet, right? You haven't seen what he looks like. And they do this slow pan where he explains that there's been a murder, and you see how everybody reacts, and as each person passes, it pops up with what they are, like the professor, the assistant, the
neat.
missionary, and it's really neat. And I hope that is like a whole thing when he goes in like detective mode or whatever you want to say, kind of like how Sherlock Holmes analyzes everything and then he plays it out. I hope this is like kind of their own twist on it for him in a way. That would be kind of neat.
I'm gonna post a link for that in here for the trailer. All right. Yeah, I'll have to check that out after the show so I can see, because I like all the old Agatha Christie books. I grew up reading all those. Let's see. All right. First thing we've got is look. I got a picture, guys. I lied. All right. Netflix is creating a Witcher show, and I have seen some interesting things thrown around the internet today, looking for pictures because this news is like 2 weeks old, right? But we're still going to talk about it because it's The Witcher. But I've seen somebody throwing around the name Mads Mikkelsen, who could possibly be The Witcher very well, or play The Witcher very well.
He could, at the very least, it would be cool to see him play a Witcher.
Right.
Even if he didn't get picked for Geralt.
Right.
And another one? Another one real quick? Sorry. That I just would love to see him try to play because he can do those kind of characters, I bet you, is Dandelion.
Dandelion? What about his what was the Witcher that he teamed up with in the tutorials, the intro mission?
The fat one?
Yeah.
That guy? No. Mad for that?
I mean, he could play that too if you wanted to see him as a Witcher.
Well, I mean, he would. There's another Witcher out there. I don't remember his name.
The badass one in the barn?
Huh?
The badass one in the barn?
I don't remember that.
He's hiding.
Is that when Witcher 3? I haven't beaten Witcher 3 yet.
No. It was early in. He was hiding. I can't remember what his name was. He was hiding out in a barn. I'd have to go look in my gameplay videos.
I think that might be the one that I was talking about. But
he's bald.
Like one of Geralt's rivals. He's almost as good as Geralt, at least in the books, and it kind of frustrates him that he's not as well known as Geralt, even though
I'm pretty sure that's
almost as good, if not better.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the one. Yeah. And he was. Well, unless this might have been one that was in retirement, or Geralt thought he was in retirement. But anyways,
Witchers don't retire; they just die.
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, he was in hiding or whatever. He had done some things. But anyways, so they have plenty of materials to work with. There's like 5 or 6 books by the Polish author.
Well, it's not just books like this.
Yeah, they're like collections.
But there's a bunch of short stories in
right.
Here. So it's at least 12, I think. Oh
my gosh, I'm not.
We are not prepared. I'm googling it now.
Polish author Andrzej Sapkowski. I think that's how you. I've fallen off the Polish pronunciation train here. There's the Witcher stories that he's written back in '92. Then up to '99, there's the saga that focuses on Geralt, however you pronounce it, Geralt and Ciri. And then there's a standalone novel that's a short story that's set between short stories in the Last Wish book, which is one of the other
first meets
Witcher
what's
stories.
her face, the black haired chick.
Yeah, the hot one. And then there's some other non-Witcher anthologies that are, I think they're in the same universe. Yeah, it says including 2 Witcher stories. So he's got a couple of collections of stories in there. But there's plenty of stories to go through, and I'd love to see it on a screen. Just playing the game's amazing, but being able to see somebody act out everything and an actual show put on would be amazing.
Now, they've done movies before called The Hexer. They did a film and a TV series, but they weren't very well received. So this has to be done right,
Right.
You started playing Gwent. I haven't played Gwent yet.
Yeah,
the online one?
That's the card game you can play.
Yeah. I never played it in the game. I don't normally play the card games in games.
But it's now a standalone
now
game
it's
as well.
a standalone game. Yeah, kind of like Hearthstone in a way.
Right, right. The trailer for it was really neat because the trailer they did was Ciri and Geralt playing at the table, and as they're doing these playing these cards, it's like it's acting the spells out above them or whatever. So I know it wasn't that amazing in the game because it kind of didn't really show too much animation for the card game that I remember, but it was always something that I wanted to do. It's one of the achievements in there too. So
maybe I need to do it then. So yeah, not only do they have the book series, but the Witcher games are sometimes they're considered part of the Witcher canon. Sometimes they're not. I think right now he said that they're their own thing. The original author, and he's like the original author can make the original, the Witcher series books. But let's circle back to casting. Mad would probably have to bulk up a little bit to be Geralt.
He should be able to. I mean,
Yeah.
how old is he anyways? He's older, right?
I think he was in his 40s.
Um,
He just looks older.
51. Holy crap.
Oh.
Maybe they can make him cry tears of blood too.
Doing the cat eyes.
Yeah.
Which in the game he's always got the cat eyes, but no, his eyes adjust, or he can control them in the books.
Right. Who else would you throw in there? Can you think of anybody else?
Somebody built like Ron Perlman.
Somebody built like Ron Perlman, but not Ron
I
Perlman.
don't know if Ron Perlman can pull off the accent. I'd love to see Ron Perlman as a character in The Witcher, though.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which one. You know what? I would like, even though he wouldn't fit the design in the game, the Baron.
The Baron, yeah.
The Blood Baron or whatever.
The Bloody Baron, yeah. I remember that quest line was really good. It's pretty dark too.
Yeah, it's dark and set. Well, it's Witcher.
that's
All
film
of
producer.
their storylines.
Yeah, I know. And I mean, their spins on, I guess Fairy Tale and.
Well, okay, but some of the stories are like their own thing, and then he does have parodies. Like one time he asked Geralt, however you want to pronounce his name, the Witcher has to be a translator between this prince or this king and a mermaid he's fallen in love with. Little Mermaid. The Last Witch is kind of a genie story, like Aladdin.
Right.
What else is there? Perlman is too big to play. Yeah, I guess he'd kind of be leaner, but he's got the facial structure. I'm thinking, throw that beard on there, and he's got that lantern jaw. That's what I'm thinking.
Lots of people.
Oh, Beauty and the Beast was a really good one. So that he did a parody of in the books. Again, they're not really parodies. They're like dark twists.
Right.
He can lean down for it too. You know.
I can't think of anybody right off the bat, and I didn't really think about it before. I was pretty amazed to actually see somebody say something about Mads. But,
Mads a really good one, though.
Yeah, he's a good pick.
Ben Affleck. I'm throwing that in there.
It's a Netflix series, let's get real.
No, I'm saying, wishful thinking, right?
Well, because originally it was supposed to be a film adaptation, and now Netflix is picking it up as a show instead. Which I'm not really upset with, because how long are movies? About 2 hours? A Witcher series on Netflix could be potentially 10 to 13 hours.
Yeah, they can have the overarching plot of the Child of Destiny, then they can have all these versions of the short stories or whatever in that.
Yeah.
So I would be totally cool with that. Also, since they're jumping into more animation stuff with Castlevania, I wouldn't say no to an animated Witcher series.
I don't know if they'll do that. I'm pretty sure it's gonna go straight and go live action.
I know. So. Well, I was watching a lot of animated fight scenes this morning.
Oh,
just understanding how the art is done,
right,
and applying that to the way the Witcher handles their art, their fight scenes. Would be really cool.
Gotcha. All right, let's talk about more Netflix, okay? Because
Yay!
Netflix and more Netflix. The Punisher, the series will be coming to Netflix in November. So probably like November 19th, I think was, or not around that date, whatever that, a Friday before Thanksgiving or whatever, like they did with, what was it, Luke Cage that came out then? Or did Luke Cage come out earlier?
No, I think Luke Cage came out earlier. I think like Daredevil.
No, yeah, well, Daredevil, I was thinking of Man in the High Castle Season 2 came out November 19th last year. So the directors confirmed that it is coming out this fall in November. And it's going to be 13 episodes. 13 hours of The Punisher. I'm happy. I really despised John Bernthal as Shane in The Walking Dead, but man, do I love his Punisher.
Well, the thing is, you despise Shane, but that means he's a good actor.
I know, that's the thing, but it's like, man, I really hate that guy. And they did that. What was that show on TNT that was short lived? I think it was Mob City. There was it was the same showrunner from The Walking Dead that ended up doing it. So it didn't do so hot. I think it made a season, maybe. So maybe half a season and got canceled. Speaking of which, while we're on Netflix kick, they canceled Sense8.
Yeah, if Courtney, if you're on, I know you were upset with that because Scott just got you into it.
Oh no.
So.
Oh no.
And it's a cliffhanger.
Oh,
at the very least,
no.
you would think that they would make some kind of give them, one more episode, an hour-long episode. You wrap up as much as you can in that, or give them an hour and a half.
Give them a feature-length movie time to finish up the story. Yeah, that would be nice. Like we were talking about with Gravity Falls and The Leftovers, when shows get cut short like this, they never get to finish their thought, and they always leave it up to the imagination of the viewer, I guess. God bless season 2 of Firefly. Did
it end on a cliffhanger though? And at least they did get Serenity.
Yeah, well, they did Serenity, and they, screwed up the cast. So, the old joke: how do Reavers wash their spear? How does Reavers clean their spears? They run them through the wash.
Gosh,
that's so terrible. But I just watched it a couple of weeks ago too, man. It still hurts. Thanks a lot, Fox. Thank God it's not on Netflix, right? Or not on Fox, right? It won't get canceled. It's on Netflix. I'm sure that's what a lot of people were thinking.
I wonder. Well, they've been hemorrhaging money a lot.
Well, see, and that's the thing. They've had so many big shows. They've been starting up a lot of stuff, and I don't remember if we mentioned it last week or last.
I'm
week
glad
we did
you're
a
here,
show.
Courtney. By the way, just to let you know.
They want to make a connected universe for the Netflix series, and I was like, so where does Stranger Things fall in with they wanted to start it with the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Yeah, apparently that's their jumping off point for their universe for Netflix. So.
Sometimes you don't need a franchise shared universe.
Well, Marvel's got it and DC's got it. Well, DC's kind of got it. DC's got a multiverse going on.
Yeah, unfortunately, Courtney came in at the wrong time just then, but yeah, we're glad you're here too.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, so, and here's the thing. Now there's going to be a dark I don't know. I haven't heard everything about this dark universe thing, but there's also going to be the Universal Monsters. They're trying to get that into a shared universe.
Yeah, because they want the kaiju and the freaking King Kong and Godzilla all in the same thing.
Well, not even that, but they want the Mummy and Wolfman and the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Are they going to stop making the other Mummy movies to do that? Because
no, this is that's the jumping off point. The Tom Cruise Mummy movie.
Who
is basically
Mission Impossible what?
From
versus Ethan Hunt from the Impossible Mission Force. That's exactly what it is. I saw the trailer for that. I was like, what am I watching? What Mission Impossible is this? Because he's like flying out of a freaking airplane and stuff with no parachute, and I was like, what?
Did you see it originally when they forgot to put in the sound effects and everything and the music, and it was just him grunting?
Oh,
it was
no.
hilarious.
Oh my god. All right, well, let's talk about something we don't get to talk about often. Let's talk about reboots.
Oh yes, reboots are such a rare and magical thing. It's like unicorns these days.
Unicorns.
Unicorns. So anyway, so Resident Evil, the movie series is just coming to a close with the movie that came out this year, I think. I'm not sure. I haven't been following the live action reboot Resident Evil series because it kind of sucks. But so now they're going to reboot already, starting, I don't know, next year probably, knowing them.
Go ahead.
I thought you were going to say something. Here's the thing, Here's the thing. There's already a good Resident Evil series out there. It's those CGI direct-to-DVD films. If you've watched any of those are really good.
Yeah, I heard those were good.
Especially compared to the Resident Evil psychic clone army Alice. How did she become such a Mary Sue? She's like in 2 or 3 games, barely. And I would love to see them do Resident Evil Biohazard, the one that just came out. That would be a good scary movie.
Yeah, actually, when I searched for pictures for this, I was surprised that I actually came up with the title. That they're actually doing it. They're calling it Resident Evil Beginnings, which means I think they're still keeping the original movies as canon because they mentioned this as Resident Evil 5. So, but it's going to go back in time.
It's a prequel. Oh, well, wow, that's even less original. Here's the thing. The moment I saw that you had found the title as Resident Evil Begins, I was like, yep, I already lost hope in this new series.
Batman Begins.
Because that's about as generic as you could be with if you called it Resident Evil Revelations.
Any type of begin word, beginning, begun,
began, the beginning, the
begins.
origin.
What really sucks is they could have done Beginnings and it would have looked better than Begins.
Resident Evil Begins. And yeah, it does not flow well. It's not a good title. And so, yeah, I've already mentally checked out of this one.
Gone. Written off by Mitch. Sorry, guys. You're going to have to try again next year. All right.
All I ask for is to adapt a good horror. Where's the Lovecraft movies at? Come on.
Those need to be done.
Where's the Lovecraft video games at besides Sandy's Requiem and the Call of Cthulhu that I keep seeing?
They're redoing Murder on the Orient Express. I think they can squeeze in a Lovecraft movie or two. You'd think. All right, the last thing in the movies section, very upsetting to me because I had my heart set on Nathan Fillion. But Tom Holland is now going to be Nathan Drake in the Uncharted movie. I thought the last time I heard that it was Marky Mark. Minus the Funky Bunch.
He's being cast as the kid Nathan Drake.
So,
not the adult Nathan Drake.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, wait. So that
unless I heard wrong.
That other picture made more sense because they showed a younger Nathan Drake. So,
yeah.
So this is going back to when he first started.
Well, okay. So
or this is his son.
The Uncharted series, there are some flashbacks to when he was a kid and what inspired him and stuff. Even though they kind of are wonky with his origin. Sometimes he's an orphan on the street. And
oh no!
Sometimes not.
It just depends on what multiverse you're playing in, right?
I guess so. I don't know. I'm not that deep into the Uncharted lore.
Even Uncharted wants a universe.
But the thing is, Tom Holland wants Chris Pratt as the older Drake, supposedly, which I could see. But Nathan Drake always looks like Nathan Fillion to me.
I'm pretty sure that's who they modeled him after.
I'm pretty sure too, because he's got the same personality and everything.
Yeah.
The same kind of casual wit.
And good news.
The same build, the same hair.
Good news, he's free because Castle got canceled. So.
Canceled didn't end. I thought it ended.
Ended, canceled, Static.
Either way,
Static wanted to go do. Is it Static Canic, whatever. Stanacatic, my bad. Yeah, Stanacatic wanted to do other things, and she was tired of getting stuck in the Kate role, I guess. So, they ended it. But it did end. I mean, it went like 8 or 9 seasons.
Yeah,
it didn't quite make Bones level, but you know.
Yeah. So, real quick, because we didn't explain any of these backstories for any of these movies we normally do. Uncharted is basically the male Lara Croft. He's a treasure hunter. He doesn't try to do it for museums. He tries to do it to get paid. That's pretty much it, right? I don't know.
So
Have you played Uncharted?
It's a PlayStation game. That's a dumb question to ask me.
I didn't know if you ever played them in the past. I've always meant to play them.
I tried to.
Look fun.
I tried to play one. Oh, you know what? I played about 15, 20 minutes once of one of them because my brother had the 1 through 3 collection on his PS3. So I played a little bit of it, and I mean, Tomb Raider.
That's what you said.
I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, so it's male Tomb Raider. That's exactly what it is. To backtrack some, Resident Evil. If you don't know Resident Evil's plot already, I mean, really, come on. Where have you been? Punisher. It's a guy whose family gets murdered, and he decides to wipe everyone else out. They need to make the Last of Us movie. There's been rumors of that forever.
Created by Jerry Conway.
What?
That's who created the Punisher.
I'm sorry. I was looking at this comment. The Last of Us. Yes. So the Last of Us. Yeah. There's been rumors of it.
Yeah. Didn't they mention that?
A lot of people have been wanting it.
And I know they said somebody. Yeah. The Last of Us. Sam Raimi explains why the movie has stalled. Bad news for The Last of Us adaptation. Let me get the answer for you right here. People wanted Ellen Page and Hugh Jackman to play him. All right, let's see.
Too old now, I think, and Hugh Jackman. I don't know why couldn't he do it? Because you know what? It'd basically be Logan.
Oh man. Alright, so it says, I know I said in an interview a while back we had the table read, got the script to a good place, and it entered a development hell like these things tend to do. There hasn't been any work done on it in over a year and a half. And this was from an article from a year ago. So it's been 2.5 years since it's probably been worked on. Because there's no current news for this movie. So it just hit development hell and it just hasn't gone anywhere. Which stinks. Here's one from November.
So here's what's going to happen. They just need, just like with the Iron Man movie, they just need the video games needs their Iron Man to happen. The Resident Evil series does fairly well, but they're so stupid. So they're not going to be the jumping off point. If Uncharted does well, then you're going to see The Last of Us, and you're going to see all of these other video games. Movies start coming out.
But let's talk about the movies that are made after video games track records, starting with the Super Mario Brothers.
Starting with the Super Mario Brothers, the new Street Fighter. The first Mortal Kombat is pretty good. Does it hold up? No. Especially once they get to the CGI lizard, it does not hold up.
Yeah.
But I still enjoy watching it.
What about Annihilation?
Annihilation, where there's nobody in that movie that uses their feet to walk. Everybody backflips everywhere.
There was a count on how many backflips on one of the shows. Greg knows, and he probably could pull it out of his head.
Double Dragon was weird. Double Dragon didn't follow the plot of the game. Double Dragon was like in the future, and the one guy was really muscular. I haven't watched it since I watched it the first time when I was a kid, so I don't know. But that was, and I in my head, I'm mixing up the muscle guy with Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh my God, Jack Burton.
The guy shoots the steam out of his nose, he's about to explode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I'm mixing up those two scenes in my head right now. What other video game movies have there been?
Hitman, both of them.
Oh,
that's actually gotten 2.
The second one was pretty good.
The second one was good.
Agent 47. I think it was a fairly decent.
I still need to get that on Blu-ray. I like that one. I felt like I said before. I've said it many times on the show. I feel like it was a better representation than the first one with Timothy Olyphant.
It's just
how about
some okay video game movies out there, and yes, there's been a lot of failures. They just need their Iron Man. And out of all the video games we've talked about, Uncharted is the the best option they've got because one, it's an established inoffensive theme, adventurer going for lost treasure. Prince of Persia, yeah, that was
Jake Gyllenhaal, or however you say his last name.
Yeah, Joker, but
so I found a list of upcoming movies. The first one listed is Assassin's Creed, so that happened last year. That movie was actually not terrible. And I know
there's a big gap between not terrible and good.
I know there is. It was I'm not doing it. It's not terrible. That's where I'm standing on that one. Resident Evil: The Final Chapter, which was January. Tomb Raider in March of 2018, which is the reboot going towards the new video game series by what was it? Crystal Dynamics or whatever. Yeah, is that what it was?
So that one again, it has the same. It's Indiana Jones, but with a chick. Which shouldn't be that hard to make it.
Oh, that was the one I was looking up.
Unfair. Okay.
That was the one I was looking up.
That was U-Bowl.
That was
had no chance of succeeding.
That was literally Yui Bowl. That was literally a softcore porn series. To the point where Yui Bowl, to save money, went out into Prague and hired real prostitutes to be the
strippers, yeah.
Yeah, to be the women around Meatloaf. To which Meatloaf said it was actually pretty uncomfortable. So, because it was cheaper to hire prostitutes off the street than it was to hire actors to play them.
Okay, here's the thing. You can't... Any movie he's made that's been based about a video game, those are automatically exempt from a serious discussion about video game movies.
Aren't they all? Aren't they all just Blood Rain movies? Aren't the only ones he's made?
No, he did House of the Dead.
Oh, that's right, House of the Dead.
He did Alone in the Dark, or he tried to, I think.
The Christian Slater one? That was him?
No, wait. Oh, he was going to, I think, but it got rejected because there wasn't enough chase scenes in there for him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there was one with Christian Slater.
They've been talking about a Spawn remake for years.
2005.
Every 5 months, Tom McFarlane's like, "Yeah, they're totally going to make the remake."
It was Yui Bowl. Holy crap!
Yeah.
Oh God.
Alone in the Dark. Take the original story.
Yeah.
Keep it in the same setting, which is that almost Victorian England. It was like in the early 1900s. Set it, keep it there, and it will be horrifying. It will be terrifying. Do not I don't understand this whole updating to modern times when the story is set in a certain time period.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen. It doesn't have to happen that way.
Yeah.
Leave them in that time period. People will love it.
All right, I didn't
will.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I didn't mean to completely cut you off.
Well,
I was going to say, we'll keep going here. As Tomb Raider, Alicia Vikander, she was really good in Ex Machina, which is on Amazon Prime if you got it, watch it.
I've seen it.
Yeah, that was a good movie. A good 3-man movie, by the way. 3 actors.
Yeah, a very, very minimalist movie.
The only other movie that I've seen that was really, really good that was like that was Closer. It had Clive Owen, Jude Law, Princess Leia's mom.
Carrie Fisher?
No, Princess Leia's mom.
Oh, I was thinking. I'm sorry. Never mind. Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman and Julia Roberts, I think it was. It was a really, really good movie. But it was a stage play originally, and then a movie. I saw that while I was deployed.
1408. Did you ever see that?
Oh, 1408.
2 characters in there.
1408 was great. Yeah. What? Freaking.
And Samuel Jackson and what's his face?
Yeah. He's in everything.
Yeah.
Anyways, Sonic the Hedgehog 2018. Hey, did you see the best use for a fidget spinner? Put on a picture of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
Five Nights at Freddy the movie.
Yeah, whatever happened to that? Castaway's another good minimalist.
June 2018. Yeah, Castaway was another.
Hey, what's coming out this month?
June 2018. Five Nights at Freddy.
Oh, they got a release date for it.
Yeah.
I think they probably just threw a date on it, and it's way missed its hype train. I think I think it's way missed the top train.
Minecraft movie, May 19th, or May 19, 2019, I mean.
I think that would work if they do it something like the Lego movie and like the Minecraft story.
Sly Cooper. Dragon's Lair, the movie. That really crappy freaking.
Dude, it wasn't crappy.
That was that live action, or was that the live action one, or was that
No, Dragon's Lair is the one that you had to. It was one of the first QuickTime event games, so I hated that aspect of it. But it was all animated.
It was animated. John Cusack. Thank you. Yeah. What was the one that was in the? Do you remember the 3D Dome video games in the arcades? It was a white cabinet, and it sat about countertop height, and you would play, and you'd be looking into the screen, and it would be just in this dome. But it would look like it was like standing out, but it was actually in a bowl instead, because of the way they did the animation refraction. Somebody's got to remember. I can't remember all these things. My head's killing me.
Listen, man, I played when the few times when I was younger, I got to go to arcades. I played 2 games. I played the Ninja Turtle game, arcade game.
X-Men.
I played the X-Men arcade game. Well, okay, and the Simpsons one.
And the Simpsons. And what about Area 51, the shooter?
I only played
Oh, okay.
I had a really small Chuck E. Cheese that I went to like 3 times.
All right. Uncharted, obviously.
Yeah.
And the last one, Tetris the movie.
Yeah.
We still haven't heard anything new about that, but it's coming. Time Crisis was
Time
good.
Crisis?
Time Crisis was another shooter.
Not the Dome.
No. Yeah, no. This was something different, but it was like you were like in a dungeon and stuff like that. Yeah, Turtles in Time. Yeah, there's a good one.
Oh, I remember the one you're talking about, man.
That's fine. All right, I'll look when we're talking about stuff in the video games, even though it looks like I'll be talking most of the time, anyways. All right, video games. Let's do this thing without blowing people's eardrums out. And if you have any suggestions on what I should use next for that sound, just let me know.
Bucky O'Hare.
Bucky O'Hare. All right, I'll try and grab that. All right, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Let me bring the picture up. You can see that in all its glory. Nintendo had to go do some fixing. The Splatoon female character performs a rude gesture when she wins the race, or used to. It's the Italian middle finger pushing real hard to get it out there.
Well, here's the weird thing: in Japan, it was like success and stuff. So, and that's where the game originates.
Yeah, well, people in Italy and other locations.
So why didn't they just censor it in Italy and other locations?
So what they have done is rolled out a patch where she no longer puts that hand over the elbow, and she still looks back in the same shape. It looks like they just keep her hand on the wheel or something. So they fixed that. Then this is the Switch edition. The deluxe edition is the one that's on the Nintendo Switch, which who bought anyways? No.
I haven't bought a Switch yet.
Soon.
That ARMS game though, I want to see gameplay of that, but just the character design is really grabbing me.
I kind of want one, just so I can have it, but not let the kids play it.
That would be the best thing to do.
Honestly, it would be a nice travel thing and something that I could play without, whatever. But it would replace my.
Yeah, you don't have to brag about it.
Yeah. We're still waiting on the donations to hit the website here. All right, for testing purposes. Yeah, I know. I really need to set that up. Eventually, we'll do stuff like that. Maybe write it off as a business expense. Anyways, so they fixed it because a lot of people complain. Well, at least 3 nation states complain. So and I don't want to share it, but the next story is why I really want it.
He's got to earn the right.
Yeah.
Right. What I'm planning on doing with my daughter, if she's got even though she watches me play the newer games, she's going to start off on the NES and then work her way up. She's going to learn to appreciate everything.
Until she breaks your NES and you're like, oh!
Can't break an NES unless she takes a tack hammer to it.
Or pour some soda in there. Well, that might make it work faster. All right. The next story, which is why I really want to switch, is because the Monster Hunter Double Cross, the next version of the Monster Hunter game, is coming out on both the 3DS and the Switch. And to have it on that bigger screen would just be so much better because you've played it on the other. The only problem I have is that the inventory, how they're going to work that. If they're just going to like cut out the bottom of the screen for the quick usage, because when you use the inventory, it just covers the screen. So, I don't know how they're going to pull it off. I haven't seen any screenshots or anything yet, but they have announced. And you know what's funny is we keep seeing all these announcements for games. There's another one coming up here too. It's so close to E3. We're getting all the leaks, and it's like, man, we saw what was the game that we saw? Dark Riders. What was it? Dark Riders.
Dark Riders 3. Yeah, that leak.
Yeah, Dark Riders 3 leaked. There's a couple others, but of note, this came out, and this seems like it should have been something that was in the treehouse for E3.
But we already know that Nintendo's moving so far away from E3 in general. Yeah. We've had our own discussions about how it seems like it's kind of dying.
It is dying. I mean, we're going to go with that, especially when we do the coverage on it. And this is Courtney, right, in the chat room?
Yeah, Thumbsy. Yep.
We need to play some Monster Hunter because Mitch tried to play it and he wouldn't play it anymore. And I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe I just didn't give it the time it deserved, and I apologize for that.
Courtney, tell him to get good.
I couldn't get into it because I need at least a little bit of a story, and it didn't seem like anything was happening.
We have a story. You got to read. So
I did read. I love to read. You see how many books I've got?
Well, I tell you what's going on. He's no good at it. He doesn't know how to play. It's fine. All right. So it's coming to the Switch and the 3DS, but I have a feeling that eventually they're going to drop it off the 3DS and screw me over. So one of these days, maybe I'll have to get the Switch and just hide it from the kids. It'll be my little secret.
I am good at games.
So, yeah, we'll see. All right. The other thing that got leaked by Amazon, of all people, is Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered Edition got its own SKU on Amazon.com. Showing that it was going to be sold separate from, what was the new one? Infinite Warfare?
Warfare, yeah.
What a terrible title.
Infinite Dumbfare, more likely.
I don't understand why they keep going. Just cherish what you had and make something new at this point. It's not even the original people making those games anymore, and they had Kevin Spacey in the last one, and it's like, yeah, Perry, finally, it should have been released on its own in the first place.
See, that's why you start with the older systems, because at least those things are pretty durable until they get the fine motor controls to not break stuff.
And now the problem with Call of Duty Modern Warfare being bundled with Infinite Warfare was they wanted to charge you a premium price. I think it was like $70 or $80. Maybe Perry can confirm. I can't remember what the original price for Modern Warfare.
It was too much.
And Infinite Warfare.
The long and short of it, they were charging you too much.
They're like, you're getting 2 games though, and it's like, but we only wanted Modern Warfare Remastered.
Yeah, exactly. So you're paying too much for one game, and the other game that you would throw straight in the garbage if you could.
Right, and it is as bad as, I'm trying to think. Yeah, $79.99.
I was thinking it was about $80.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. That's why I said like 70 or 80. I couldn't remember. I'm trying to think of what it's as bad as. It's like I want that really cool knife set, but I have to buy the slap shop to get it. I mean, just sell it separate. Can't get it anywhere else, you know.
Well, here's the thing. You would think they would go ahead and sell it separate because they want that money.
It's right.
They're not ones to. Well, I
for the people, listen. This is and that $80 price point. This is what it is. You want me to tell you what it is? This is the middle of the road choice. They had the choice of either selling Remastered alone and Infinite Warfare alone and making $100 because easy people would pay $40 for Remastered Modern Warfare. It was the quintessential shooter for back then. But now it's like, well, you made me buy it. And $80 was the middle of the road because if you don't sell them apart, you sell them together, you have to give a discount. They could have made more money, but I think they were worried that people would just buy Remastered and not buy Infinite Warfare.
I absolutely agree with you because they saw what happened when they first launched that trailer, and nobody liked it. Nobody wanted this game to come out.
Look, they're shooting guns in space. Let me tell you how that doesn't work.
And so they were like, we've got to figure out some way of getting people to buy the game. Hey, let's put one of the most influential shooters that we've ever made. Let's slap that on there and call it remastered and force them. And guess what? We get to bump up the price.
Infinite Warfare is exactly like Moonraker.
Yeah, game you. Yeah, you got like a $60 like a what? Let's be fair, $50 coaster and a $30 game.
That's perfect. And even worse is they could have sold it digital and never had to put out discs for that extra cost and just make $40 off the top.
Yep.
Whether they sold it through Steam or they sold it through the PlayStation or the Xbox networks.
Yep.
It would have been.
You think they would have just tried to learn their lesson? Okay, we just had a bad idea with this.
Yeah.
And then bite the bullet on it.
It makes me
Sometimes
so bad.
You just make bad decisions.
It makes me feel so bad because it is one half of Activision Blizzard making these terrible decisions. Yeah, there you go. Halo Master Chief Edition.
Collection.
Yeah, probably a better idea, honestly. Probably a better bang for the buck. That was
now.
That
When
was
you
the
said
right
the
way
Master Chief Collection, was that just the first 3? Because 4 just came out, right?
I think it was. It might have been. It might also. Did it include Reach, or maybe it added Reach later or something like that? I think. But yeah, even better. Listen, do that. Activision, get your act together. Put out Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1 through 3 remastered.
After they put out this first one, what they'll do is they'll remaster each one, send them individually, then they'll put them out in a collective.
Well, then I'll just wait for the collection. I mean, I don't have time to mess around with this crap, nor the money. I mean, that's the thing too, is they're milking gamers.
They're bleeding gamers dry. They're not even milking at this point.
Yeah.
Those nipples are raw.
Oh my god. All right. Inappropriate comments aside. Online, the Nintendo Switch online
We did
service.
play Reach. In fact, I got Reach just to play with you, Courtney, because I enjoyed it. We had fun.
I got my collector's edition box up there that I got at Best Buy for like $20 when they dropped it on sale because they were trying to get rid of it. The journal thing was awesome. Oh, it was Halo 1 through 4. So that means 5 had just come out, right?
All right.
So the Nintendo has changed their subscription service. Remember we were talking about where they would every month make a couple of games available and then they'd take them off so you can't play them anymore? They have changed their minds, and it will now include a library of classic games, whatever that means, and allow you to play them as long as you have a subscription. If your subscription lapses, you can't play the games anymore. But as long as once you turn your subscription back on, you can play those old games again. Better compromise.
I think that's a better compromise, and especially because aside from save states, which could be saved locally,
right?
None of those older games will, it won't be like that. With the subscription service, because they're older games, there's no major memory issues to be worried about. Like say if you had, I don't know, if there was this, I guess GameFly or whatever, if you quit paying the subscription on that and you would put in 100 hours into Fallout 4 and you couldn't get Fallout 4 anymore, well, that'd make you angry, but you didn't want to delete your memory of it in case you ever bought it. However, with this, because, hey, I'm going to play Mario 3 for 30 minutes or whatever, and you forget you have to cancel or suspend your subscription for a little while. I can't play Mario 3 on my Switch anymore, but I can play it later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think it's going to... And I wonder how far classic they're going to go. Yeah, like the EA Access.
Yeah, there you go. That's worked out wonderfully. I've heard nothing but good things about the games you get. Awesome. This is what I was looking for, too. I wanted to see the price. So what you'd pay for... EA Access Vault is $5 a month, okay? The new service for Microsoft was just getting ready to start up, I think. And I think that's either $5 or $10 additional per month. I can't remember what it's called, their Game Access or whatever, where they're starting to put some of their classic games up there for the 360 and all that. Microsoft or Nintendo Switch online services will cost $20 per year and will launch in 2018. $20 a year is a steal to be able to play their games.
And here's the thing: they have actual classics. Like that term gets thrown around a lot, but these are actual classic games.
It's Nintendo. That's the thing. Nintendo's strength is their library of classic games that they have. There will also be a $3.99 per month and $7.99 per 3-month option. So, you put the $20 in, what are you gonna lose? That's an incredible price. I'm about to lapse on my Xbox Live here in July because I've been playing on the computer. I don't need it. So, whatever.
Once they learn to incorporate that into because Microsoft's already pushing so much stuff.
No, she's right.
Nostalgia wins every time. You know how many times I've bought the old NES games on my 3DSs and the Wii U? I've owned like 4 copies digitally of some of the Mario games.
I have both Nintendo 64 Zelda games on my 3DS. I love those games. I can't tell you how many times I've played those games, but I keep wanting to play them because it's classic.
Well, they're good, and they're good.
And they're
good
really
games,
good games,
and they hold up.
Yeah.
Most games, especially the old NES, the Super NES stuff, they still hold up today. Yeah, with when they got to the foray of 3D games, it's a little different. It's a little rougher, but it's still a part of gaming history, and not just gaming, but like technology history, I guess, in a way.
Here you go. Here's Nintendo's comment. Nintendo Switch Online subscribers will have an ongoing access to a library of classic games with added online play. Users can play as many of the games as they want, as often as they like, and as long as they have an active subscription. Nintendo Switch Online subscribers will be able to play a wide variety of classic games, including Mario Bros. 3, Balloon Fight, and Dr. Mario. More classic games will be announced at a later date. At launch, classic game library will include NES games. Super NES games continue to be under consideration, but nothing further to announce at this time. So,
Super Mario RPG. Yes.
There you go.
Have they re-released that digitally? I didn't think they did. I think they were having legal issues with Capcom. Chrono Trigger. Yes, I was thinking about that the other day. That's probably the best RPG I've ever played.
Chrono Trigger was great. I actually downloaded one for an emulator to play it just to see what it was like, and I was amazed at how great that game was. I never knew about that. I never played that game before.
Now, here's the thing. I didn't play Chrono Trigger until just a few years ago. Actually, I was in Afghanistan. I bought the cartridge for it, and
Spartacus,
on my 3DS or my DS or whatever.
Huh? Spartacus, I totally remember always wanting to play Secrets of Mana, but I never had a freaking a Super NES.
Final Fantasy Mystic Quest is just Final Fantasy 1 over again.
Yeah, it was remastered.
Yeah. Which one still holds up for you?
Chrono Trigger.
Chrono Trigger? Oh yeah, no. Chrono Trigger's timeless. Like it doesn't hold up. RPGs are still trying to get to Chrono Trigger's level. I never played Cross.
I never played Cross. I played the Chrono Trigger. It was a ROM that was out there for the.
I need to get the actual original cartridge. I don't know how much money that would be though.
Hey, did I tell you I have a couple of cartridges here for Nintendo?
Of what?
I Kay started
NES
buying
or Super Nintendo?
Yeah, NES. Kay, I've never had a Super NES, so I have no nostalgia for it, honestly. But I think the ones that I have, they're under one of my stashes. I have to pull them out for the next show. But I have like Fester's Quest. Do you remember that game?
Mm-hmm. I remember
Fester's Quest, and there's another one over there. I use them to raise up some of my statues. So, but yeah,
that's what you use them for.
I'd say not worth it, except that it's also the online component. Is it not? It's being included. It's being included with your online services.
I think this is like their equivalent to not only like the EA Access Vault, but to
it's like Xbox Live
free games monthly.
It's like Xbox Live Gold. It is their online services.
Final Fantasy VI. Now, Final Fantasy VI, is that the one with the Espers? Because I've got it on Steam, and I've been meaning to play through it. But the problem is what annoys me is that they remastered it, but it looks like the crappy My First RPG emulator or maker. You know, it's not the old pixelated style. It's like they painted over it, and it looks awful. Yeah. Final Fantasy VI is a really, really good one. That is a really good RPG. Even just a little bit I've played, even with the not as great art in this one, it's still solid.
I got you. Well, we could go on and on about this, and honestly, if you guys want to stick around, we can end the show, do our outro, and cut out what I need to cut out, and we can keep talking about this afterwards. But I figure we can stop. We can get done with the recording part. The only other thing I want to mention is when's E3? E3's coming up.
June or July, right? End of June?
No,
July.
It's like next week, dude.
Oh, jeez.
June 13th through 15th.
That's not next week.
It's
That's
not
the
next
week
week.
after.
It's the week after.
13th through the 15th.
I am off most of that week, so one of the things I've been considering is to try and do some live coverage.
Mm-hmm.
Probably won't include you. I'll probably have to pull Scott in for it. But the alternative would be to do a bunch of stuff over the weekend too, while they're doing the others, because the 13th through the 15th. Yeah,
that's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Oh, I work Wednesday and Thursday, so we'll have to figure something out. We'll probably pull Scott in for it. Wicked Hierson, who's been on here multiple times, talking about games and stuff, as well as on our Deadpool episode. I was going through our old videos a couple of nights ago and had seen that. But anyway, so we'll have coverage for that. Whether we do a separate episode, we'll figure it out. That'll be at our discretion and the discretion of our wives on how long they want to let us talk, because we did like 4 hours worth of talk the first year.
Oh yeah,
when last year.
Wait, when I came over to your house,
it was either that one or the
I think we did that twice. We had two.
We've had two.
We had 4 episodes over E3.
Yeah, it'll get its coverage, and we'll definitely have our opinions. One of the things that we can do is I'm working with trying to make sure that I can play videos. So we can have videos playing while we're talking about the games for the the previews from the shows. I'll just have to cut them out and figure out how to figure out what I need to do. But that'll take a little bit of prep work. So we'll figure it out, and we'll get what we need to get done. Some of the stuff will glaze over because some of it will be unimportant, like that. What's that stupid PlayStation 4 game that I didn't like? The one with the stupid kid with the dog.
That's already been released.
I know, so but that's what I'm saying. That the freaking that's all that freaking kid said.
I liked it. I didn't play it though. I haven't gotten it.
Anyways, so some of the stuff will get glazed over, but we'll try to cover all the big stuff. And I know Bethesda's at the head of it again. They're gonna have their stuff on Sunday night, so we'll have stuff throughout the week. We may end up doing something where we do a couple of things here and there when we can fit in the schedule. And like I said, bringing in Scott will be helpful because he's a gamer too.
And he's a good intermediary between us, or however you say that, because we get at each other's throats over games sometimes.
Yeah, we'll fight over airtime. All right, let's end this as we always do, and maybe we'll have to change that too. Thank you for listening, and thank you for being here in the chat room. I greatly appreciate it. For those of you who joined us on the live stream, please leave us feedback on our episodes on iTunes, Google Play Music, and anywhere you can get our podcast from, because it'll help with visibility so other people can discover us. And also, please like, share, comment, and subscribe on YouTube, which I'm pretty sure pretty much all of you are anyways. If we've got some new listeners in here, that'd be great too. We'd appreciate it. Your turn.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
You can contact us at ECG_podcast on Twitter, and our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/ECGpodcast, or our email address at ecgpodcast@gmail.com. Also, visit us at our webpage, www.stasisgeek.com. That's Sierra Tango Alpha, Sierra India, Sierra Golf, Echo Kilo.com. Or, like Jeremy said, post a comment We'll probably read it maybe. I'm sorry, the reason I got distracted is because I was thinking about Final Fantasy VI when you can suplex a train.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right, did you finish yours?
Yeah, I finished mine.
All right, great. Let's
professional.
Let's do this really quick. We'll be back next week. Until then, stay geeky. Okay, I'll stop that now. All right, cool. We're still here if you guys want to chat. If you want to shoot any questions while I pull this highlight out. But okay, so you can suplex a train, huh?
Yeah, you can. Thank you, Courtney.
Yeah, thank you, Courtney.
I meant to mention that you're starting back your Let's Plays and stuff on your channel. I'm so sorry about that. If you do a post or whatever, we'll share it on our page too. Yep, work us back and forth. And then if you're still here, thank you for liking the Facebook page. But yes, going back, there is a fight with like a robot train or something in Final Fantasy VI, and you have a hand-to-hand combative guy, a martial artist, brawler, whatever you want to say, and he has a suplex ability and he can pile drive it or whatever. Give me Yeah, I am loud. Sorry.
That's the hardest part, is doing a schedule. It's like, I want to be able to stream, but at the same time, it's like, with work and all that and real life stuff, it's really hard.
And see, Jeremy was working night shifts, and I think on night shifts it's a little bit better for him to try to do that because he's up when his family's asleep. So on the weekends that he's off or the weekdays he's off, he can do that. Even though I know you do get up early, so you do spend time with him, which is sweet and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is like another job.
Yeah, it is. I just wish people would frickin' pay me for it.
I pay you in laughter.
Yeah. Hey, you said Sabin was his name?
Sabin is the character that was the fighter. I don't want to go too much into the game in case anybody here wants to. Like I said, I've only played a little bit of it. So I don't. And I know that's one of the top. Again, it's already on my top 10. I haven't even beaten it. So that tells you how much I was enjoying it.
That'd be a perk for sure. Yeah, and I admire the guys that do it. I mean, I watch people like, if any of you guys are big first-person shooter guys, Matemio, Level Cap, X Factor, Jack Frags, those guys I watch all the time, and they have hundreds of thousands of freaking followers, and it amazes me, and I want that kind of thing, but it's like, man, I don't have the time for it. I just want to have fun, play games, and interact with people. I just wish I could get more people to interact. Most of the time, I don't get too many people talking, and I don't want to prod and poke and try and get people to say anything because I don't want to scare them off. And that's why, I read a bunch of things, and people don't like to be called out on streams, and, it's like, well, I just want to say something. I just want to say hi, talk, say something. Ask me a question. I had a nice chat with somebody this morning.
At least until you get to that level when they're like, oh, yeah, he's talking to me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Level Cap, all those guys, Matemio, X Factor, they all do that stuff for jobs. And they have all that time to do the production of videos because they do, tips and trick videos where they'll talk you through stuff and tell you how things are done. And they got these really cool, flashy intros, which I really need a graphic artist for computers to be able to put some kind of intro together.
An animator?
An animator, whatever. Somebody to do something. But I want to have that. I want to be able to do that, but it's just like, the time I have is so limited and spotty. I mean, Yeah, consistent, but consistency's so hard for me. I don't work a regular 9 to 5 work week. I work the opposite days. The same days every week. Work Monday, Tuesday, off Wednesday, Thursday. Work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it's either nights or days. And night times, my streams are a lot more frequent, and I can do that kind of stuff. But during the daytime, it's like Tuesday night. If I got to work Friday morning, there it goes. I mean, I can't stay up late and record. I can't play before bed because I got to spend time with the family before it's time to...
aggravating family.
No, not aggravating family. Stop, bitch. You're so terrible sometimes.
Let me put it this way. Your family's not...
Hey, I'm looking for a new co-host. 100 episodes, new co-host, and new intro music.
Don't do that to me. I don't have anything else to do on my Friday or Saturday nights.
And even worse,
I think what really needs to happen though for you guys is, I know the live streaming is one thing, but you also need to have, like on your Saturday that you're off, Jeremy. Besides just doing the live stream, you might need to sit down for like 4 hours and just cut up 4 hours of video and throw it on as a Let's Play, so people are not only seeing your videos live, but then when you're not there, they get some of that.
Well, then
other stuff.
Then I gotta go narrate that stuff, and I mean, I cut out highlights of my games, so you don't have to sit there and watch the whole 3 to 8 hours worth of gaming.
What you do when you cut it up, then you spread it over the week, and you have it on auto release.
Well, that's the thing. That's the bad thing though. In 3 to 5 hours of playing Rainbow Six, I'm not always killing all the time, or you've seen what it looks like to play a game of Battlegrounds. There's not a whole lot happening. Whereas if I did what that one guy was telling you about, Cryptic Fox, what he does for Oxygen Not Included, he's got, he does 3-hour streams, and I'm just watching his streams, but what he does is he'll cut in tips and tricks into a smaller video of how he builds this hydrogen generator, and
that takes a whole another level of editing. That's why even the basic stuff I do when I did the unboxings, or whenever I do unboxings, I have to pull up the Windows Media Player. I have to cut in music, and then I have to cut out all my flubs and stutters, which, and me saying all the time. So that still takes me just 30 minutes just working on one of those videos and cutting it down a little bit. So I can only imagine having to go through 3 hours of stuff, then superimposing tips and things like that.
Yeah, things like the footage cutting and all that. It takes a lot, and that's why I said I admire these guys when they do it. I wish I could have the time to do it and be that good. I mean, I could shoot just fine in the games.
Now here's the thing: you don't have to be good. You just have to be entertaining. Look at Game Grumps; they absolutely suck at their games.
Yeah,
they are so terrible. They can't. They don't even get the most basic stuff down.
So the other hard thing about cutting up the clips into 15 minutes or so, like I was doing a playthrough of The Witcher. I have 11 or 14 videos cut out, or done, but it's like they're a couple hours long because there's no good place to... Why did my computer just do that? There's no good place to cut it up, because if I cut it up in a certain way, then...
Well, Witcher's hard, because everything just goes together, so you have to literally time yourself and be like, okay, well, this is 15 minutes, I have to stop running right here, say, okay, this is where I'm going to pick it up, and the next one, stop your recording, start a new one, stuff like that.
Hang on 1 second. I need to reset the video. For some reason, this thing crapped out when I tried to save this video or this audio. Hang on.
Yeah, I can't stand the screaming. I cannot stand the screaming.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I understand that when you get legitimately frustrated. But I can't stand the screaming just trying to be funny. Oh, we are possessed on the screen.
Yeah, I know. It whited out when I pushed save on the audio file, and I don't know why. Okay, there we go. It came back. Anyways. Oh yeah, Michael on Achievement Hunter. He's done some cool stuff. I
I'll be right back.
oh yeah,
Give me one second.
he's screaming all the time. I can't stand it. I don't like freaking what's his face, Markiplier. I know Mitch and I talk about him constantly on the show. Ranting and raving about how all he does is yell and scream on the thing, and it's like, it gets the attention of my 7 and 9-year-olds, but that's not content for me. I don't like sitting there like, who was it, Denward, that mentioned something about level cap? Yeah. If you ever watch,
I can totally go with.
if you've ever heard X Factor on Level Cap's videos, he is so obnoxiously loud, I can't stand listening to him. So I unsubscribe from him all the time, but I keep going back and watching. Yeah, there you go, PewDiePie. There's another good example. I don't, you can tell when they start selling out, and it's because they start doing the same things as the other ones do. Like Markiplier, he got too big to be, himself anymore, which is disappointing. But yeah, there we go. Okay.
Well, it's also, he keeps wanting to branch out to other stuff, and dude, he's not as fun as he thinks he is. When he does those live action skits or whatever, it's just kind of sad. He's got this amazing voice. He should absolutely be a voice actor.
Now, one of the things I was toying around with too is, and this is not an original idea. I will never claim it as my own. But one of the guys I listen to, I don't know if Greg's still in here listening, but one of the things I listen to is Scott Johnson does a show called The Daily Blip, and he covers like one or two video game news things. And he does it on some app that you can get that's just a quick, here's a quick update. You can record a quick voice thing, or you can actually pre-record something and then upload it as your daily clip. And it's
I miss John too. I don't know why he's not doing anything else anymore. I mean, besides that whole spiel.
And I'd like to do more things. The other thing is money. Like I've had Oxygen Not Included for a while, since Alpha, like early stuff. My son was like, Dad, there's this really cool game, and I was like, oh, well, it's like $15, so sure. Or $20, whatever it was. And now it's like, okay, this game is actually now in early access. I should actually try and do some videos. So I started streaming, though unsuccessfully, because this morning I restarted like 3 or 4 times. But the game is amazing. But it's like one of the first games that I've really wanted to sit down and do a review about. Between that and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, I want to sit and do a review video. I don't have a flashy intro though. But
you don't need a flashy intro.
I know you don't need a flashy intro, and there are some simple things that I can do with Windows Movie Maker, like fade-ins and stuff like that, and fade-outs, which I've done on some things before. But I want to do these things, and I want to check out some of these new games. But I got into a thing called Keymailer. I don't know if you've heard of it before, Courtney, but if you play a lot of games, and your YouTube channel is actually pretty big, I think, right? She's got subscribers, right?
Yeah, I don't know how many she's got, but she's
29,
up to 100, I think.
If you can get to 100 and go to Keymailer, and I'll put the link in. Keymailer. Actually, I found out about this through the podcast I listened to. One of the guys the guy that runs Yogscast, the one that I was telling you about, Mark Turpin, Mitch.
Mm-hmm.
He runs Yogscast. He helped start this up. I think you can. I think you can actually verify it through Twitch as well. But what they do is they connect you, the player, with what do you call it? With developers. You can request keys, and you can take and do reviews, and they'll just send you game keys. I've gotten absolute garbage games lately, though. And I don't know if it's just because I only have, I think I'm at 147 people on YouTube, or if it's directly affected by whether or not they go look at my stuff and see if I'm actually doing reviews, which may mean that I need to go sit back and do some reviews of games just to get started in there, just so if they do that and actually go look at the channel, which, like I said, I don't know if they actually do or not, or if they just decide not to give out keys, or they just randomly hand them out, or they hand them out to really popular people, then you know, maybe I need to change what I'm doing. But the games that I've gotten keys for were like utter garbage. Like, they look like crappy games. I'll have to send you some links to some of them, Mitch, so you can see them too. But it's a neat service, and they like I said, use with the Augscast, so they're not unfamiliar with having to try and get a hold of keys and stuff. So this makes it a little bit easier for content creators. Mitch, can you handle for a minute? I'm gonna go take my dog
so
out.
real quick, going back to the change of genre and style is really what frustrated me. Just reviewing movies, it just seems so boring. You know, it's different watching a cringeworthy game as opposed to watching a cringeworthy movie. You know what I'm saying? Like a poorly constructed game, because you could at least get a little more fun out of that. But so I don't know. And I know he's come up with an excuse why everybody does video games. Well, there's the NES had a library of 700 games, man. I'm sure you can find some games there, and I don't even know how many the SNES had, and then blah blah blah. Sounds like some might be left over from Humble Bundle. I haven't done Humble Bundle. I've subscribed to their deals, but I never do them. I always just use Steam, really, for my. And I have 1, 2, 3. Okay, out of the probably 70 games, they can't be 70. That's an exaggeration. Oh, give me a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's about 20. Probably about 50 games here. I've only got maybe 10 of them installed, and out of those, I played maybe 1 or 2 of them. Oh, that's my camera. Death Road to Canada. Has anybody played that? Anybody on this? I keep telling you guys to play it. Yeah, I understand why Jacques not in there, or Spaghetti, or whatever the other one's not in there anymore. Because working with animals is hard. I understand that, and you know he could always. Here's the thing, you know, he could always cut in Jacques, place Jacques in the video. I'm not a filmmaker, and so he should be able to figure that out if he really wanted to include him. And the thing is, it worked for his original style, having the shorter clips, because it made the humor faster, because he did a lot of fast cuts, as opposed to sitting there and having to present, you know. Sometimes the shorter, quicker stuff is better. I enjoy rapid-fire comedy. The Mighty Magisaurs are like that. They, animation-wise, they are very, very quick with their jokes and humor. Nobody else is commenting right now. So, what else do I have here? Nobody? What other good? See, now I kind of want to play some RPGs. I've got 6. Oh, there's Oxygen not included. $25 now though.
Oh yeah, it went up. It went off when it went up when it came into early release. Did you?
Play Shadowrun on the SNES.
Did you check to see if you had any of the other Cly games, like Don't Starve or anything like that?
Actually, I was just talking about my library, about how I have like 50 games, and I only have like 10 of them installed on my computer.
Those are rookie numbers. You got to pump those numbers up. Hold on.
You've using save states. I'm ashamed to admit that I use save states on some older SNES games. Some of them, okay, I admit, is because I got to stop playing it and move on and do something else. But like Ghosty Goblins, I use save states on that. I've used it on some of the older Mega Man games until I got my rhythm back. But let's see, like it doesn't help that I had some of these installed on my laptop that fried. But I have Final Fantasy VI installed. I have Castle Crashers, which is one I've been playing, installed. Death Road to Canada, which I keep talking about.
God, I understand. You know what? I need to teach you how to use OBS so you can start like recording or streaming what you're doing. Because what were you using to record before?
I wasn't using anything to record.
Well, when you're doing your unboxings, what were you recording with? Did you use software, or did you just stream it straight to the thing?
No, I use Windows Media.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, yeah, I'll have to teach you how to use OBS. I also still have that.
I might start doing stuff on Twitch, I guess, maybe.
Well, you can use OBS to do that. That's what I use for my program. I don't know what Courtney uses. I would assume it's either that or XSplit. That's the
OBS.
OBS, open broadcast software. That's what I used to put this show out on. It's so neat.
Do you have to buy it, or is it free?
No, it's free. Yeah, see, she uses XSplit. XSplit has a license thing, but I can do this.
I've got. All right, I'm downloading OBS right now.
I need to teach you how to use that so that you can do that, or I need to come over and help set it up for you.
Well, I also use. When I did short videos, I had Bandicam or whatever.
Oh, Bandicam.
Bandicam, whatever it's called.
See here, I made you bigger. You're bigger on the screen now. It's gonna take a second to catch up.
I don't need to be bigger on the screen. I'm already big enough.
The chat cuts it off. Why is it doing that? Anyways, I still have that Elgato for you.
I don't need a cat.
No. Hey, look what I got sitting around in the box.
I see what you got sitting. I was thinking about that while you left. I was like, I need to steal that thing.
I wonder how much I can get for it. This thing. It's all it is it's a pass-through.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Elgato HD60. There's the out port. That goes to your TV or your monitor, okay? Like, you could hook up you have two monitors, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of them's HDMI?
They should both be HDMI.
Okay. Well, if they don't have speakers on them, you can either get a pair of speakers.
No, they have speakers on them, yeah.
Okay. Well, then you could just play through the game speakers or use the headphone jack or whatever. It's got an audio in where you could jack in other things, like if you wanted to have a mic. But if you're using your computer to do it, I mean, I'm gonna interrupt myself. The thing I don't like about Beam is the fact that it is short. If you've ever heard of stream sniping, that's the only thing I worry about in competitive games. But the thing is with matchmaking, it's so hard it's so hard for that to even be a problem on some things. But if you're doing organized matches and you know who you're playing against, they can just look you up and pull up your stream. I don't mind the input lag. It's like we're talking to you. It's like 8 to 10 seconds maybe. So it's not terrible. I think I even have the cords for that thing. I think the only thing I don't have is a couple of the cords for that thing, Mitch. I'm gonna have to find you some cords. It needs a couple HDMI cords and stuff like that. Anyways, the stream sniping thing is kind of a worry, though it's not really terrible. I mean, like I said, it's kind of hard for people to actually pull it off. Because things like big open world games like Elite Dangerous, that's easy to get sniped in because you're playing in a world where it's all one instance. EVE Online's another one. But like if you're playing Rainbow Six and competitive, you're less likely to have someone go look after you. That's why people like Matemio and Level Cap, they change their names all the time because they don't want people to know, because usually when they play, they stream. They like Matemio streams every night from 9 o'clock till like midnight or so, or later. But it's a concern. It's not always. But I do agree. It's kind of a good thing for the interaction. But at the same time, like you were saying, Twitch is bigger. It's better for you to concentrate on one platform. Like those guys, when they moved from one or the other, they were gaining viewers from either YouTube or Twitch, and they're intertwining. So people that watched him on Twitch said, "Oh, he makes YouTube videos," and goes and looks at the YouTube videos as well. Where I have nothing right now, which I'm trying to work on, but it's a thing that I have to work on myself and try and find time to do. So
yeah, Star Fox would be a good one. Which one would you want to play?
Probably the Super NES one.
Yeah, the 64 one was pretty good too.
Spartacus, the difference with that is if you YouTube algorithms sometimes suck a lot. I always notice they're always putting popular people up there unless it's people you subscribe to. The problem with streaming to YouTube and Twitch is if you ever become a partner or an affiliate, I think it might be partner level. So that's like 100,000 viewers. You sign a contract with them to become a partner, and you can't do both. Exactly. They won't your contract with Twitch stating that you're a partner, because at that point money's changing hands at a bigger, a higher rate than just a donation here and there. Because whenever someone subscribes, the money goes to Twitch and then they give you some. They want you to only be using their platform, and you can't live stream on any other service. Beam, YouTube, Plays.tv, which is the PlayStation streaming, I think. Or is that just their replay video thing? But yeah, you can't. Yeah, that's the big stumbling block. But that's why Twitch has the leverage on the gamer that wants to do that kind of stuff, And for anybody who's joining, we're just jamming after the episode here, so which is almost done compiling. Yeah, exactly. You can dump your videos, because Twitch has a 2-week policy. After 2 weeks, your videos get deleted. So you have to export them to YouTube, which I think I got one that I had trouble doing yesterday at work. Yeah, isn't that interesting? Twitch works at work.
Yeah, Twitch works at our work too.
Oh, does it? Oh, well.
Yeah. So I don't let the guys on day shift go on Facebook or on YouTube and stuff.
Oh, by the way, Courtney, you have 30 subscribers now. You're welcome. Mitch better be subscribed.
I'm absolutely subscribed to my buddy Courtney.
Better be. As he goes to check.
No, I know that I am. Actually, I was going to see who all I'm subscribed to be honest with you.
I'm subscribed to so many people too, and it's like, man, I'm
not subscribed to that many people, I'll be honest with you. I don't go on Twitch that much. When you or Courtney say they're streaming, then I jump on there. I saw here's how stupid I am though. I saw her post about it on her Thumbsy page on Facebook yesterday about something. I was like, oh, she's streaming tonight. So I jump on there and there's this video playing on her page, and I'm like, I don't hear her talking. And it's these guys speaking in a different language, these commentators.
Oh, no.
So it was, I guess somebody was, I don't know, she had let somebody use it or something. I don't know what. Anyway, so that weirded me out for a while.
Oh, no. I need to, you know what I need to take down is freaking that Dark Zone page. So like I said during the show, I did another podcast with my buddy Scott, and it was a good show. It was about the Division, but the game got so toxic not because the game was toxic itself, but the players got toxic when they were on the forums and on Reddit. It's oh yeah, she was hosting. Yeah, I'll have to throw yours on there too, because when I'm not playing, if my buddy Scott's playing, which he barely streams, he's got a page. Scott has a page to stream with, or to his Facebook page for his stuff, and he's got his Twitch page that he streams with, and he never freaking he never streams. I was like, you got to get on it, man. I like the beta.
I really enjoyed that's why I was so frustrated after I played the beta for Division that it came out and it was too easy, and I don't know, it was just I didn't go into the Dark Zone, unfortunately. I never really had the patience to go in there.
Denward, if you love shooters, I highly recommend if you got a PC or if you game on PC, I highly recommend PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. It's supposed to release towards the end of the year on the other systems as well, but amazing gameplay. I can't get enough of it. I've got videos on my Twitch page. I've got videos on my personal YouTube page, which I think if you go to the East Coast Geek page under the come on, go to my channel. Go to my channel. There we go. I think on the East Coast Geek page, yeah, Jeremy's YouTube page is on there. I've got mine there. So you have a link for it. But it's clan matches, amazing. I can't recommend Battlegrounds enough. It's something else as far as a game is concerned. I'm pretty amazed with how it is. I really enjoy it. It feels like what the Dark Zone should have been in the Division, especially with when they released the survival thing, which was kind of neat, and it's kind of the same thing, but yeah, because it's made by the same guy that made the DayZ mod. He has his own production company, some Korean developer, Bluehole, that is actually building the game for him under his direction. So that's why it looks like the DayZ mod. Yep. He's had experience going from the DayZ mod to he was also a consultant for H1Z1's King of the Kill mode or game or whatever. And that's also similar, but I've got a buddy who played that a lot and then started playing Battlegrounds, and he's like, this is what King of the Kill should have been. It's a lot of fun, especially in squads. And our Facebook page, if it doesn't now, it will eventually have a link to the Discord channel that we have. We're always on there playing. There's always people playing. If you just say, hey, I listen to the show, my buddies are always on there playing Rainbow Six or playing Battlegrounds. They'd be more than happy to take people in if they want to play. So I could have sworn I posted that in there before. I'll have to make sure that's in there. We're trying to build a community around this thing too, see if we can, be a good place for people to hang out, especially for the gaming, obviously. But I'm running out of steam.
I'm looking through my queue right now on Steam. Speaking of which,
oh god, I'm mad that that key mailer site has me marked as having a copy of Ark, and I don't. I don't. I don't own it. I think it read it from when it was on a free weekend or something, and I never played it, or I downloaded it and never played it. So, yeah, Ark looks like something that'd be interesting to me too, because it's a cross between. My buddy explained it to me as a cross between Minecraft and Turok.
Yeah, I've seen videos on it. I just haven't. I don't know why I haven't tried it yet.
I'll tell you why. Hold on a second. Did you see? Have you seen how much it is?
No, I haven't.
It's controversial because I don't think it's under full release yet, and it's already got
Survival Evolved.
It's already got an expansion. Yeah. What? It's only $10?
Yeah, I was about to say it's 6-8% off. Right
Holy
now.
shit!
If anybody wants to pick it up.
Oh, and
this is the one that you need. The only Ark you need is Super Noah's Ark 3D.
The even with the expansion pack is only $13. Oh man, maybe I'll have to convince the wife. I've kind of wanted this game. I can't believe it's this cheap. I thought it was more. I wanted to try it because it's like, it's freaking. You build up from primitive weapons all the way up to building guns and stuff.
Yeah, I've watched some people play it, and I was interested in playing.
Well, let me know, dude. You got a computer that can handle it. If I can convince the wife, even though
I'm not buying
all
it
the time.
this time around. I'd have to buy it the next time.
Oh, well then maybe I can convince the wife to let me buy it for you.
Don't do that. I'll pick it up.
No, it's okay. You can owe me.
I owe you already too much.
You don't owe me anything. I owe you.
I owe you everything.
I owe you for the art.
What?
Hey, how about that? How about that Stasis Geek logo? It looks so good too, and it's mixed reviews. That's the thing.
With art?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like it's a love it or hate it game.
Oh, you could play it in the Oculus Rift. I wish you could play it in the Vive, because I didn't spend the money for the Rift.
And why haven't they done that yet? Why haven't they made it where they just work for whatever? Hold on, I'll be back again.
Yeah, I
drank too much water.
I don't know. That's what I need to do too, is start doing some videos on the VR stuff that I have. I've beaten most of the stuff that I have, so I can probably do some pretty easy walkthroughs on it, but that's what I tried to do with one of them, but I don't know. I don't like the sound of my voice either. I don't know how anybody else feels about their own voice, but I hate the way I sound. So going through and editing, like if I'm at work and somebody pulls up one of my videos, I tell them to turn it off because I don't want to listen to myself. Which is odd because, I'm just sitting here doing whatever, but that's pretty. For $13 instead of $49.99. That's not a bad price. I have.
Does Twitch allow emulated games, or do they fight that?
What are you doing emulated games for, anyways? Don't you own them all on hard copy, anyways?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I can play them on my PC.
That's true. There's got to be a way. I know there's got to be a way for you to do that, like some kind of converter that converts the HDMI out. Oh, now it just says Courtney. That's weird.
She switched accounts.
Oh, so we got 2 subscribes from her.
Yep, cheating on us. For us.
Don't forget to click.
But don't worry, Mum's the word on it.
Don't forget to click the ads. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
Same with my voice.
Oh, she's on her phone. Yeah, no, I was talking about not liking my own voice.
Oh,
bud?
Who y'all? Courtney, your voice is adorable. Jeremy, your voice is manly. My voice is the worst. How you doing, boy?
It's my son. He convinced me. He's the one that convinced me to get freaking Oxygen Not Included. He loves that game.
Is it good?
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, he
That's
likes
pretty
it.
okay. Well, you better say that you like it, right? If he bought it, for
Right,
you.
right. All right, go play your games.
Okay.
So, anyways,
What
yeah.
kind of ice cream are you getting?
Oh yeah, ice cream.
Now that's the important conversation right there.
Oh, Courtney's getting it. Yeah, dude, $13 for something that's regularly $50. It's kind of hard to turn down. I know Kay's probably listening too. I see that we're still sitting at 8. Stop! It's not even there's not even a sale going on.
There's a lot of, but like Witcher 3's like
Oh yeah, I know.
50% off too.
If you have not played The Witcher 3, $24.99 is a great price, especially for all the expansions, which I don't have
I
yet.
tell people that's a game they should not buy on sale. They need to
Full
buy
price.
it full price.
Well,
it's
you
just
know,
that good.
and I think we've talked about it before, but oh yeah, so on the emulator question, before we get distracted with that, yeah, do you know? I mean, Denver, do you know? I'm not sure. I don't know how they are.
A Blizzard for later and a Banana Split for now.
Nice. Yeah, the emulators aren't illegal, but the ROMs or ISOs are, unless you own an original copy of the game.
Oh well, it would. I own original copies of the game, so
That's
yeah.
the only way you can get away with it, and if you're gonna do that, I would probably screenshot you holding a copy of the game so they know.
Yeah.
Or
I probably just have it sitting right beside me.
in other ways, they wouldn't. I can't think that that would be an issue, because that's always been the rule with those ISOs. Yeah, and it's kind of a gray area since they don't check. So you'd probably be all right either way. You probably wouldn't even have to do that. Company of Heroes 1 and 2 for $17.49 is good. That's a great, if you like strategies like the old ones like Command and Conquer, but without having to really build a base up for the most part, it's not bad. THQ Nordic Publishers Weekend
Or
deal.
get arrested live. That's happened before for people.
Getting swatted. Let's see.
And that would you would be a trending topic, just like that one kid just today. He was bragging about being a drug dealer, and the cops were busting down his door at the same time.
Yeah. Company Heroes is great. I know I have it here somewhere. I know it's close.
The best. Wait, or was it Red Alert with Tim Curry in it?
I don't remember.
Space.
All this crap I got on here. I know I have it somewhere. I know I pulled it aside.
I hadn't heard about that. I've heard people getting swatted, but I didn't know that people were getting. I don't understand that. What's the point?
I have so much crap here I can't find it. I have the Steel Series case for that game. Look at this case. Look at that box. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see that. It's all glittery.
It's the Enter the Matrix game. This game was great. Back in what year was this? Oh my God, Windows 98, 2000, and XP, and ME edition. Oh my God, this was the good old days. You know what you should do? You should actually stream don't you own Papers, Please?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you should stream something like that. People like those games.
Yeah, Papers, Please would definitely be one of the good game to stream. Any kind of RPG games, I think, would be good. Which I have Final Fantasy 6 and 9 as an RPG. Stardew Valley is another one that I could probably.
Yeah,
stream
there's
pretty
people
well.
that stream that regularly too. That actually has more people playing it than I was assuming would.
The XCOM game, I've got UFO Defense and Enemy Unknown. I should probably stream those.
Do you you have those? Those aren't multiplayer, are they?
I don't think Enemy Unknown is. I don't think it is.
Don't I own that? I think I bought that. I didn't finish it, but it's a really good game. I like the strategy, and I like the fact that your guys are.
She needs to. You and Courtney need to do Stardew Valley. You need to get it, Courtney, and you need to play. Have you played? Have you streamed Blade Kitten lately?
Hey, there it is.
Well, obviously not lately. I've got Blade Kitten again. I own it on my Xbox as well. Disgaea, I've got Disgaea as well.
XCOM Enemy Unknown.
I bought that because Aaron likes it.
XCOM Enemy Unknown I have. I don't have Enemy Within, but I have Enemy Unknown. And it does have multiplayer.
I don't have Enemy Within.
Yeah, I don't have it either. I just have Unknown.
You tried Blade Kitten once?
What's Blade Kitten?
Blade Kitten it's like a semi-platforming game where you play as this bounty hunter.
Oh, great.
And you have this sword that floats around you. It's kind of funny. It only released one episode. They're supposed to have another one.
See, obscure things like this one here. This is the police.
I gave her it was sloppy. She was distracted. She was distracted by all the boys.
Oh God. The THQ Nordic franchise sale. Darksiders is $9.99, which I own. Did I tell you about that? I bought a THQ bundle on Humble Bundle, and I got Red Faction, Darksiders, I think 1 and 2, and a couple others. I think the second best pack I bought was the Warner Brothers game set, which was both of the Batman games and all that, and a couple other games.
You got to keep quitting having so much alcohol at your house, or just drink it all yourself. I bought her. Well, it was on sale, so I bought a copy of Battle Block Theater that I forgot already had it. So I gave it to her. I'm waiting for her to stream that. I love that game.
Yeah,
that's a good multiplayer game too.
That big sale of THQ was a huge thing. A big reason why all this stuff is still getting. The reason why Darksiders 3 is coming out. I feel bad about it, but I have heard really good things about No Man's Sky actually being better now.
But do you feel that it's too little, too late?
No,
I do.
I said it could be so much better.
Yeah, it could be. Metal Slug's $3.99. So bad at that game, but I have
Metal
so
Slug.
much fun.
Metal Slug is awesome. That game is so cool.
It's so well animated too. I love that pixel art.
Do I have that one? Do I have Metal Slug? Let me see if I have one.
I am adding it to my wish list.
No, I have Metal Gear Solid. Damn it.
Oh, is that on?
Metal Gear Solid? Yes, it's on.
Well,
PC.
no, I want the original, not games.
Oh.
Is that the Legacy?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh no, that's. I want to play like the old game.
I have the original Metal Gear Metal Gear Solid box up on my shelf. I'm making a mess.
Why is Ground Zero the same price as the Phantom Pain?
Hey, Mitch.
What?
You want to borrow it?
That's not the original.
This is the original.
That's the first Metal Gear Solid, but there's Metal Gear.
Oh, I thought
that's the one I want to play.
I have this one though. You can play
Is
this
that
one.
the PC version?
This is the PC version. Yeah, I have the big old box because it's one of the. Remember when PC boxes were like this big?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the original box up on the shelf.
Why haven't they re-released that?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought they did a remastered.
That'd be another one to be really nice remastered.
Yeah, I thought they did a remastered on that before.
All right, thank you for coming. I don't want you to starve because you got to be here next week for next week's show.
Yeah, I think we'll call it a day for now.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
We'll have to talk D&D. So hey, tune in tomorrow. I'll try to do a live unboxing
We need to.
about these figures and stuff.
They just announced. Thanks, man.
No,
Appreciate
you're
it.
awesome, dude.
They just announced a new book coming out that's going to have 25 new subclasses in it. It's like I think a redux of an old book, or a redo of an old book.
I've got almost all these books now, so
Well, I'm working on my collection. I have some. I don't know if I have any D&D books like first edition, but I think I've got a bunch of second edition books.
I don't have any of the old ones. I'm just talking about the new ones.
Yes, yeah, for 5e. Let me. Google
I don't think they're going to release.
Let me Google it really quick. Because I saw it on my Twitter feed or on Reddit.
Okay, now I can start. No, hey, we'll talk D&D tomorrow for real though. If you want, like I said, when I do the figure thing, and I'm sure Jeremy might even be on for that too.
Here you go. Xanathar's Guide to Everything is the official book for the Unearthed Arcana coming in November.
Let me type that in because I'm going to have to.
November 10th to gaming stores and November 20th for wide release. So, Books A Million and shit like that. Xanathar's Guide to Everything. Release date 21st of November. I think from what it looks like, it's a conglomeration of all the Unearthed Arcana in a hardcover book. With, I would assume, with some more stuff in it. I still want. I was looking at it the other day at Second of Charles, Mitch, the Sword Coast Adventures book, or Tales of the Sword Coast, or whichever it was. Oh, Tales of the Sword Coast.
Yeah.
I want to play Baldur's Gate now.
Unearthed Arcana. Okay, hey, it was originally published 1985. That's the year I was born. So you said that's the new version that's coming out?
Yeah. Did you find the? Here's the actual picture on Imager. I put it in the YouTube chat so Denward could see it as well. Yeah, they show the original cover to the right and the new cover.
They don't have this pre.
Oh yeah, they were live streaming. They were live streaming people playing on Facebook Live yesterday. Live streaming playing D&D out at the Wizards headquarters. Oops. So. All right. Well, why don't we call it quits then?
It's not on there yet.
What?
I was looking to see if it was on Amazon pre-order.
Oh, it just got announced yesterday or today.
Well, sometimes they'll put, the moment something gets announced, like on E3, they're like, oh, by the way, it's for sale now.
It's now.
Then
for
you go on
pre-order
Amazon within that second, and
yeah. I got you. All right, guys, we're gonna cut it out for the day. We gotta get back to real family life, and Mitch has got to go. Mitch has got to go watch Logan.
Yeah, we're going. Hopefully, we can go watch it if the woman wants to.
Yeah. So, all right. Thanks for sticking around, guys. Appreciate it. I'll 6 of you that I can see, anyways. And we'll talk to you next week for sure.
Bye.
See ya.